In some ways, I kind of think that saying, I have art block right now, is a lot like saying, I'm just tired, when someone asks you how you're doing, and the truth of the situation is that you're doing badly, but you just don't want to share it. It's a polite way to sidestep self-reflection and emotional honesty. In some social situations, this is appropriate. We might just say this to a coworker or a friend, but is it an appropriate way to have this dialogue within your head? I think we deserve a little bit better than to talk to ourselves like that. How can we expect to solve problems like art block if we don't call them by name? For myself, drawing and writing are hobbies through which I feel a greater sense of purpose, connection, and sometimes even pride and relaxation. When something happens along the process that stops me from reaching those higher needs, it really makes my life harder. And remember, you don't exist in a bubble. Sometimes the overwhelming and upsetting nature of current events makes it difficult to find energy within yourself to be creative at all. So, what can you do? I've watched a lot of videos that suggest a mindset change. But if it were easy to change your mindset, like flipping a switch, you probably would have done it by now, and you wouldn't need to watch this video to get any more information. So, how do you actually do that? How do you change your mindset? How do you feel better, such that you can create the stuff that you want to create? First, we need to diagnose the problem with some more clarity and detail. Here are some subsets of art block that I have identified in myself. Maybe you share them? Let's go through the list. Number 1. Fear of failure. No feeling of progress. The world just kind of sucks right now. You keep comparing yourself to others. You're frustrated when things don't go the way you want them to. You feel physically unwell. You can't focus. You crave validation from others, but you can't self-validate. Now, let's take a break. Write down a couple things that you feel stop you. Don't call it art block. Call it by what it is. What goes through your mind that stops you from making what you want to make? Put it on paper. Feel free to steal some of mine if they overlap with yours. I would urge you to pause the video or just chill with me for a couple seconds. In the next step, we'll use these specific problems to develop specific solutions. As we continue into these solutions, firstly, the fear of failure and the remaining ones in other videos, keep in mind that there is no such thing as an emotional panacea. Art block is just a state of being in which, for whatever reason, you can't make art. You feel bad, so you can't make art. You can't make art, so you feel bad. Maybe you're uninspired or low energy or angry with yourself. Just like treating depression or anxiety, improvement is made by controlling little things one by one. Habits, self-talk, and circumstances where possible. Part of seeing improvement is having reasonable expectations of your improvement. With that sentiment in mind, we're primed to address the first art block component that I mentioned, fear of failure. Maybe you have a clear, cool idea in your head, but you're afraid of bungling it. That's a legit fear. We all want to create things that we are proud of, and you can, but only if you start the process. To manage your art block on days where you feel the fear of failure overpowering you, create a no-fail scenario. In other words, get your brain a hit of those delicious success hormones by manufacturing a situation where you can get an easy W. Readjust your expectations. Maybe instead of creating a fully rendered piece first thing when you sit down, set a goal to fill a page with circles, or colors, or gestures, or 3D shapes. Whatever it is, choose something that is already kind of easy for you. What's easy for you will vary day to day and person to person. The important thing is setting the bar low enough that you can't fail, that you don't have any excuses not to try. Then, do it. Do it simple. Want something a little more demanding that still feels hard to fail? create something funny. If you like to draw, redraw a meme, or draw some silly or strange looking faces. It's okay if they look laughable, they're supposed to be that way. Apply the same philosophy of ease or levity to your medium of choice. And try not to bite off more than you can easily chew in under 30 minutes. If you build these no-fail scenarios into your habits, they will become warm-ups that don't feel like work at all. You will improve just by goofing off, and give your brain a little reward for checking off a goal. Most importantly, you'll also inadvertently warm up to create whatever you really want to create. Now, I have a confession to make. This video is actually my own no-fail scenario. I have been wanting to make a video about addressing the individual pieces of Artblock for a long time, but I am not a very experienced YouTuber. I worried that I would make a video that didn't really resonate with anybody. And since my objective with this channel is to express myself and hopefully connect with others and help them, that was a scary idea. I outlined many different components of Artblock before, and I wanted to address each of them thoughtfully. But as a whole and all at once, it was an intimidating premise. So I decided to create a little no-fail scenario of my own. I knew for sure that I could create a video about one topic, so I broke it down into a manageable piece. I know that regardless of how any given video performs, I feel encouraged when I finish a project, however small. And so that's what this is. See the failure-busting strat in practice? I intend to work through the rest of these topics in future videos. I hope you will consider joining me and sharing your thoughts. Is there a component of Artblock that I failed to mention? Do you have any strategies that you use to manage your fear of failure or other problem? Please leave a comment so that I can learn from you. To those of you who left comments or subscribed via previous videos, thank you very much. I'm honored that you stuck around all the way to the end, and I hope to hear from you again. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.